Hey, this is Robbie from Believe in the Run.
This is Taylor with Believe in the Run.
We're here with Brett from Nike. We're going to talk some trail shoes today. Pretty excited for a couple models coming out this year. Some things that we enjoyed in the past, thought could use a little bit of improvements. I think those improvements are here. So, anyways, let's get into it.
Yeah. Well, taking a step back, one of the benefits we have at Nike Running is we're able to look across all, modes of running to see common problems that runners need solved and say, do we have technologies or techniques from other areas that would translate across? So as we really started to double down in trail, make a big commitment, we wanted to create a shoe that was good for long distances over really rugged terrain.
Yeah.
What those athletes needed was something lightweight. You don't want to carry anything extra around for 50 or 100 miles. You want protection, because that's still, even on those, it's a lot of pounding.
Right.
And you want great energy return to give you the energy to get you to keep going. Sounded a lot like what our marathon athletes were telling us.
Yeah.
So we looked at that and said, ZoomX helps them. Let's see if it can make sense for the trails. But we couldn't just chuck a big ZoomX midsole in. Invincible isn't a great trail shoe, right? So we basically created kind of this bathtub construction with a little bit of a firmer foam, an SRO2, and then we packed the bathtub full of ZoomX. So you still get the vertical compression of ZoomX, and by volume it's still the biggest component, so it reduces weight. But that carrier provided some stability, some protection from the elements of the trail.
Yeah.
People really loved that in the Zagama 1.
Cool.
They did tell us, hey, your traction needs to get a lot better, and we'd like the shoe to be a little bit more stable.
Yep.
So that's what we did with the Zagama 2. So the final version's here. You can see we went through many rounds of testing. It's the most highly tested trail shoe we've ever done at Nike. Over 35,000 miles have been running it.
No way, really?
We've updated the midsole geometry to be a little bit more stable.
I can tell just
Yeah.
And from Zagama 1, that was one of the things that, if it could be a little more stable.
Grip, so there was one little thing we could work on, and one big one. And the big one is, pretty clear right there.
Yes.
Traction wanted to be better.
Yeah, dude.
If it's the ultimate in trail cushioning, let's use the ultimate in trail traction, and that meant partnering with Vibram.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like, to get that ultimate track, you just need to do it. And it's awesome to see it's finally here. I know we saw it in the Ultrafly last year, so knew it was probably coming to some other things. And again, this is just, I love to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this outsole is a little luggier than what you would see on the Ultrafly, which we'd like to see too.
Even more rugged. Ultrafly is a racing shoe, so you want to be a little more reductive. This is going to be more built up. And we had a great partnership with Vibram. Their designers and engineers came to the Nike campus several times. We worked back and forth. Let's learn from your expertise, ours as well. Outsoles are clearly about traction and grip, where they're amazing.
Yeah.
But they're also an important component in maximizing transition and cushioning, which is something that we've really focused a lot on over the years at Nike. So it was a great collaboration, partnership to land an outsole that really complements the rest of the shoe and going to give runners a lot of confidence.
And I gotta say, the upper feels very comfortable, especially the tongue here, but it also very breathable.
Breathable and drainable.
Yeah.
So in the hot conditions, we obviously want to make sure it stays cool. And then if you're tackling that many miles over that kind of terrain, you're probably going to run into some wet conditions. If water gets in, we just want to make sure it can get out.
Yeah.
And then to your point, both comfort and security of that neoprene gaiter has been something runners have really responded well to.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like the Zagama, the first version had a lot of the stuff there. It was just like a little bit of tweaking would really turn that into just a real powerhouse of a shoe. And I feel like it all, at first sight, looks like it all came together in this shoe.
What is the stack here? Is it any different? It looks a little
I need to get back to you on the stack. It's not lower than the one.
It's
for
not?
sure.
Okay,
No.
gotcha.
Just
Offset is still
geometries.
4. I need to make sure that I quote accurately on the stack.
Yeah.
And this is a message to the Nike trail designers. You're the best in the game.
Absolutely.
Don't just keep doing what you're doing, because the Nike trail never misses. Every shoe I see, I'm always like, I just want that shoe. I want all of them.
Glad to hear it. Yeah,
So,
glad to hear
Every
it.
colorway.
Anyways.
Yeah, colorways as well. Shout out to Mika Russo. Amazing work.
Dude,
Yeah.
so good.
Will this painted look aesthetic be on all the production
Not
shoes
on
too?
all of them. So this is actually one of our If You Know, You Know series. So every season we try to celebrate a different trail around the world. And so it's kind of one of those things, if you're aware of the trail we're celebrating, this is a specific trail in the Grand Canyon. You really understand all the little call outs, the colors, the iconography. We're going to do that every season. If you don't know, it's still just a really cool colorway that celebrates trail running. Yeah.
So true.
And what's the price point on it?
It is $170.
170. Okay. And when's it come out?
This will be available in May.
Okay. Very cool. All right. That's
Cool.
Super stoked on this one for sure. Can't wait to run in it. What do we got next?
We got a Pegasus Trail. So I think a lot of people are aware trail running is just booming in popularity. A lot of the people who are starting to run trails are first timers or just venturing out.
Definitely.
They might have a mix of both road and trail in their running diet, and they also, they can be a little bit intimidated almost to call themselves a trail runner. Do I deserve a trail shoe?
Right, yeah.
We want to make sure we're offering an invitation to the trail. Like, hey, if you're running the trails, you deserve a really great trail shoe. For us, it makes sense for that to be the Pegasus. It's our most known, most widely accepted running shoe for the road. So let's make a great trail version. So for the Peg Trail 5, we wanted to focus on a couple of key areas. The first is performance and sustainability. All runners are telling us they care about the environment. They want to buy products they feel are responsibly made. And they're also, when push comes to shove, they're not going to buy an inferior product just because it's sustainable. So we need to make it better for performance and better for the planet. We did that in this shoe by using React X foam. Okay. So a lot of your followers are very familiar with React. It's been a mainstay in the line. Good performance, very trustworthy. We, with React X, wanted to make it better performing, so it's 13% higher in energy return.
Great. And so is this the same foam used in the Infinity Run?
Infinity Run, exactly.
Okay, gotcha.
So 13% more energy return, but 43% less carbon goes into a React X midsole than a React midsole. Yeah. So normally you're kind of scratching for single-digit gains in both of those metrics. So to go double digits in both, 43% reduction in carbon is massive.
Yeah.
So it also creates a really nice, smooth, buttery, great transition that allows you to go over all different kinds of terrain.
I mean, even some of the design here is reminiscent of the Infinity Run, and which, by the way, I thought that shoe was incredibly comfortable. Kind of like. I thought it was one of the bigger surprises of 2023 for me.
Glad to hear it.
I just thought, even though it was a little bit on the heavier side, I felt like it was a really comfortable, in the knit up run, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's nice. And the React X, I felt like, was the best version of React yet.
Yeah.
Very soft, but still bouncy and responsive.
I'm glad to hear it.
It's nice to see that that's going to find its way into the Peg Trail.
Well, and for road to trail or beginning trail, like the experience is what you want. So if that's what you're getting in this midsole,
Exactly right.
And the Peg Trail has always been known as one of those just supremely comfortable shoes. At least the last 2 or 3 versions. I mean, it's still. I wore the Peg Trail Gore-Tex 3 days ago. I think the 3, and such a good shoe. Like, it always has been that good shoe. It's a shoe I recommend to people who even just want a good, just comfortable shoe to wear and do some running, do some road running, some trail running.
It's
I
really
think it's a
versatile.
solid road to trail shoe.
Yeah.
And like you said, for those people just getting into trail running, not sure if they're allowed to be.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be a trail runner.
You definitely
can
are.
do it.
One more big update. Is in traction again. So we spend more of our lives at Nike Running than we'd like to admit, reading comments and saying, hey, here's where you could be better, because we always want to be better. Traction is always comes to the fore in trail. So for the road to trail experience, we developed our own compound internally called Nike ATC, all-terrain compound.
Right.
Also developed a new outsole lug pattern, be a little bit more squared edges, oriented the lugs very intentionally, just to give you that confidence on all different terrains. You're not going to be slipping around. You're going to feel really secure, great grip on all the trails.
Cool. That's awesome. It's good to see.
Yeah.
And then what's the price point on this?
This is $140.
Okay. And then
really reasonable.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Release date?
This is also be in May of 2024.
And then I'm assuming we'll probably see a Gore-Tex version this at some point.
You'll see a Gore-Tex version to follow.
Yeah, awesome. Again, beautiful shoe. Really looking forward to this one. I like this pull tab.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. A little bit fun.
Cool.
Yeah, we like it.
It's a lost art.
A great little design point there. Very cool.
It's good.
All right, so that's the 2 big models coming out for Nike Trail in 2024. Yeah. We're excited for them. I'm sure anyone who's been waiting for that Vibram outsole and then especially the Zagama.
Yeah.
Going to be pretty excited about that. So
good. Yeah, take them for a run. Excited for everybody to try them.
All right, thanks, Bill.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.